Friday Night Lights 11 of the year. And what a wonderful Friday night it was. A true Friday Night Lights game in the postseason, kicking off the state tournament, no less. The bright lights of St. Cloud Apollo High School football stadium. What a magnificent stadium that was. Large Jumbotron scoreboard and loudspeaker system with playing music throughout the stadium, throughout the game, at different breaks. Help complement our B-B pep band. It was just a wonderful atmosphere to be a part of. The Jaguars raced out to a 22-0 lead with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. Luke Ilias caught a 14-yard touchdown pass from Luke Dingman. By then, the game had amassed a little bit over 60 plays, and the Jaguars had limited the Crusaders on 6 possessions by that point. 6 straight possessions without scoring. In fact, the two leading up right to that point where we went up 22-0, the Crusaders had 2 possessions that yielded 3 plays for a net negative 2 yards and a punt. And on their 6th drive, they had 3 plays for a net negative 9 yards. So this was just some outstanding lights out defense by the Jaguars. The Crusaders ran 36 plays in the first half for 74 yards. The Jaguars, meanwhile, ran 23 plays for 217 yards is what I had them for. The Jaguars had only 1 penalty the entire game, and that was a penalty in the first half. The Crusaders had, if I recall correctly, it's on my laptop, they had 3 penalties, I think, in the first half. For the game, they had 6 penalties for 35 yards. I recall at least 3 offsides penalties by Mayer Lutheran, so the mistakes had hurt Mayer Lutheran's chances against number 5 ranked Jaguars. And on the 69th play of the game, so Luke Ilias had caught that pass, and then the Crusaders got a 13-yard kickoff return. They set up on the 33-yard line, and the Crusaders were going south on the field here in the second quarter. Their first play was stuffed for a 1-yard gain, and on 2nd and 9, Levi Hahn, quarterback, rolled out and passed a short pass to Isaiah Ingram, one of Mayer Lutheran's star receivers, one of their leading skill players, playmaker, a stud athlete. And our Luke Dingman met him over on the left side after that catch, and a routine tackle for a 5-yard gain. And Luke hurt his shoulder, as we all know, and then left the game. But the Jaguars regrouped after our trainer performed what I just felt was just a miracle on helping Luke and getting him off the field on his own power. But the team was shell-shocked, and so were everyone. All the Jaguar faithful were shell-shocked. But the Jaguars went back to work on defense, and there was a quarterback carry actually for a large loss. So the Jaguars were very energized, and was a no, I'm sorry, he did get a first down. But then on the next play, so Hahn converted 3rd and 4 from there. On the next play, Ethan Mueller broke through, tripped up Hahn. Hahn recovered on rolling out from the pocket. And then Owen Paulson ran in, grabbed him from behind. Hahn tried to move up in the pocket and was met by 2 or 3 Jaguars. And then Carson Gilbert finished him off. So it was an assisted tackles given to Paulson and Gilbert for a 10-yard loss. And that snuffed the momentum out of what Crusaders were trying to do. Next pass was overthrown. Carson Gilbert had a tip, blocked the pass, and overthrown. 3rd down, incomplete. They punted with 1:30 left in the second quarter. And that was, they had a final possession with just 23 seconds left. The Jaguars went into halftime up 23-0. And the Jaguars defense did well in that second half. Obviously, they limited the Crusaders. The Crusaders had one touchdown drive in the second half. Hahn got pretty efficient on some short route passes and pushed Crusaders down the field for that one scoring drive. But the Jaguars regrouped. I had Mayer Lutheran for 17 touches on the ball, 17 possessions. 16... at least, I think 16 possessions. 16 possessions, so they were 1 for 15 on possessions in the game. So that's some outstanding defense. Mayer Lutheran, no slouch on offense. They were averaging 29 points a game coming in, and had a great defensive average, I believe, if I recall, about 10 points a game. So Jaguars put up 28 points on their defense. And what everyone wants to know is the status of QB1. And what I've told people today, well, our job is not to really inquire or wonder. Our only job right now is to do what they do in Texas. Well, what do you do in Texas? You pray. So now we pray for QB1. We prayed in my church this morning. Luke Dingman was included in our prayers list of people that we prayed for, and we will pray for his recovery. And I think there's a lot of confidence in his recovery and that he will be back. But his status is, as I said, a state secret. It's classified, and we will not know anything until the end of the week. So all the wondering and asking and quizzing and poking and prodding is just a waste of air. We wait till the end of the week. The game is on Saturday. Kickoff at 11:30 at US Bank Stadium. The Jaguars and the Vikings, of course, will both get in 5 practices this week, and they will go head-to-head in the state Final Four. Minnesota is in, what was it? Their 18th, approximately. I put that on my blog, but they're in their 18th state tournament since 1985. The Jaguars, meanwhile, we are in our 2nd state tournament in 35 seasons of B-B-Jaguar football. So this is a wonderful, marvelous run by our Jaguars, and we are going to continue supporting them all the way. And we can't wait for it. I also have to give a shout out to the musical. Musical is also next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You certainly can pull off going to the musical Saturday night, even if you go to the football game, because I'm going to do it myself. I figure by 2:30 I should have no problems getting out of the Twin Cities. It's a Saturday afternoon drive, so the traffic shouldn't be that awful, and I should have no problem getting back before it gets dark, before 5 o'clock on Saturday night to watch the second night of the musical. So I encourage everyone to watch at least one show this weekend. You can go to my website, bonanzavalleyvoice.com, find the link, find the musical stories, find the link to order your own tickets. You can pick your own seats in Olson Auditorium. I highly encourage you to do this. Right now, I'm actually quite disappointed, even to the point of being quite upset, even angry, that we only have about, what I could tell, probably 40 tickets sold across all 3 nights. The auditorium can comfortably seat 250. I see no reason why our community can't fill this auditorium at least 2 out of the 3 nights. So let's get on that. I'm going to be harping on this daily for the next week. To buy your musical ticket and get to one of the shows, 7 o'clock Friday, 7 o'clock Saturday, 2 o'clock Sunday. That's a great little schedule to accommodate to get to one of them. You have no excuse. Get to one of these musicals, and please support our fine arts. And of course, go Jaguars, state Final Four, state semifinals on Saturday from US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Signing off.